Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today let's take a look at the Porsche Cayenne Turbo. This is the E-Hybrid Coupe. It's finished off in white. MSRPs start just over $167,000. We have a very nicely spec'd and a hybrid SUV. So we have a lot of performance surrounding the engine and all of the tech features. So let's start off with what this is powered by, which is the 4-liter twin turbo V8. This is also paired with the 25.9 kilowatt lithium ion battery, and it's paired to the 8-speed automatic. Combined, it pumps out 729 horsepower, 700 pound-feet of torque. It's sent through that all-wheel drive system, propelling this 5,700-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. It also has a top speed of 183 miles an hour. For the EV system alone, top speed is limited to 84 miles an hour. It also has a total range on EV of around 29 miles. And then as far as overall fuel economy goes, you're looking at 21 in the city, 23 out on the highway. And it can charge in as quick as 2.5 hours for that EV system. Now up front, this gets a forward camera. There's also a sensor for distance pacing, lots of gloss black in the lower section, along with active grille shutters. So that's located throughout the entire front bumper there. Those will open and close as needed. You'll notice a dark housing for all of the LEDs, and the turn signals are actually located in that lower trim accent there. And then there's also some very nice lines that come down the hood. Now this model is also equipped with the adaptable height suspension. So currently it's in setting low. There's also an off-road 2 mode to raise the vehicle as needed. Now there's also gloss black for the wheels, a very large set of red brake calipers there, body colored fender arches. There's the E-Hybrid badge, and then a lot of gloss black. It's on the door handles, the power folding side mirrors, which have the camera and the turn signal, all of the window trim, and then this gets a full moonroof up top. Now with the Coupe, you get the steeply raked rear glass. So you can get the Turbo SUV or you can get the Turbo Coupe, which has this design here. There's a spoiler up top, one in the lower section, LEDs for all of the lighting, there's a backup camera, parking sensors, and then that quad tip dual exhaust. Now you can use the control on the key fob or the release underneath to gain access to your cargo space. Now with the Coupe, you lose a little bit of height, but you still get the rest of your space here. Now underneath the floor, you have some of the battery components, so not really storage, but you have a little bit of access there. You get a storage net, an area you can place that cover, and with the height adjustable suspension, you can not only raise and lower the rear end of the vehicle to make it easier to load items, but with its 6,600 pound towing capability, this has auto leveling for the rear. So if you're towing, the vehicle will stay level. And then of course you can fold down the back seats if you need even more interior space. Now this also has proximity door handles, so just grab any of them to lock and unlock the vehicle, where this model has the red interior. You'll notice black leather as well, Burmester for the audio, all of the different trim accents to give it a great design. Cayenne is in the carbon fiber trim accent, and then there's a two-tone design for these seats. Now in order to fold them, just pull on this release, and that's how you can gain access to the back, and then you can put them up and even recline them as well. And then at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. You get storage pockets, there's vents in the middle, and then this LCD screen where you have your fan speed, temperature dials. There's also where you'd like the air to go, and these are heated seats too. There's all of your auxiliaries, storage down below, and then in the middle, you have the armrest with cup holders, and you can also fold down this middle seat if you need to. And then you have small windows there, and then Alcantara for the entire headliner. And those windows are going to help aid in visibility around that pillar. Now this also has memory seating adjustments, your window controls, side mirror adjustments, cargo release, fuel cap release, and then more storage down below. Cayenne Turbo is on the door sill. Turbo is also in the headrest. And then you have a ton of ways that you can adjust these automatic seats. And then as we hop in, we can start this up, where it will default to the EV mode. So you won't actually hear it start up unless you put it in one of the different driving modes. Now this has a leather steering wheel with carbon fiber. There's the gray paddle behind that. You have voice commands along with the favorites and tuning. And then on the right side, this is how you can go through the digital gauge cluster. So I can scroll up or down at the moment and change the entire setting. So it just depends on what you would like to see. You have a lot of different ways that you can actually visualize this system here. Now you do have to go into this setting right here, and this will allow you to go left or right now. So that way you can pull up information on all three of these just depending on what you would like to see and how you would like to configure it. When you go back to the middle, now you can scroll through the rest of those settings there. On the left, there's your headlight adjustments. You get one air vent. There's also a head-up display, and it does show your tach along with a lap timer, boost, and miles per hour. That can change, of course, with your driving mode too. So I just put it into off-road mode where the engine just kicked in. There's E-Power, so the engine will shut off. Hybrid system is combined, and then there's Sport and Sport Plus to give you even more power. Now there's a clock in the middle along with air vents, and then with the infotainment system, you have a lot to go through. So you'll notice you have all these icons where you can get into your vehicle. This is how you can get into your different driving modes. You can get into how you want your hybrid system to work. You can either hold on the battery and save it and charge it as well. And then you have your chassis and your ride height. You have some other settings that you can get into there, and then you even have Sport Chrono, so you can evaluate your lap times and some of that performance information. You have different settings. You can get into your charging here and get that scheduled, and then you have a lot more icons here to go through. And then there's a few shortcuts on this left side to further get to some of that information. Now on the left, this is your gear selector, so put it straight up, and that is for reverse, where you do have the 360 camera system here, so that way you can see around the entire vehicle, and you have a few different angles that you can get into. And then you have drive and the manual setting, and then park's located up top. Now there's air vents, you have wireless charging with auxiliaries, and then this even has heated and ventilated front seats. You have where you'd like the air to go, fan speeds and temperatures. Your climate menu will also allow you to get into your rear adjustments. So you can go through all of that from up front, which is very helpful. And then there's also a volume knob behind this, and then storage even behind that. You have grab handles on both sides, cup holders on auxiliary, storage in the armrest. There's a locking glove box too. And then your passenger also has their own screen. So we have all of these icons. You can even get into the split view here and monitor all this information. You can pull up navigation, music, and phone, and then you have some performance settings here that you can get into as well. So pretty neat for your passenger to go through that. You have your rear view mirror, and then dome lights and adjustments for the sunshade and sunroof. And then even with the Coupe, I'd say you still have a good bit of visibility over both shoulders. And so we're in Sport Plus second gear. Here we go. Definitely has a good exhaust note to it, and the paddles are very quick. So it's nice to see that you do have some performance aspects to this plug-in hybrid, just depending on how you want to drive. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for this Cayenne. And I'm not sure if the camera can pick up the head-up display, but it's neat to see the tach, your miles per hour, your boost as well. It doesn't show what gear you are in, which is interesting, but I haven't seen any other changes for that. I think that is fixed with the info that you see. But other than that, this is a really nice place to be. You have tons of visibility, extra windows here, thin pillars up front, so it's easy to place. With the all-wheel steering too, the turning radius is cut down. So this is an easy vehicle to park and maneuver. It's not a large SUV either. So with this turn here, this is pretty tight. Definitely nice to see that you can easily do a turn like that without having to back up. And the fact that you can tow with this as well. I used my X5 to tow about 6,000 pounds. These luxury focused vehicles are very capable in aspects like that. The height adjustable suspension is something that I had in my X5, and with the auto leveling, the vehicle was nice and level while towing 6,000 pounds. It makes it a lot more sturdy and more confident to drive when you have a load like that. And the height adjustable suspension also came in handy when the hitch on my vehicle didn't line up with the tongue of the trailer and I had it maxed out. I could lower the vehicle and make some adjustments like that. So there's some benefits to that if you need a vehicle to tow, but you also want a luxury vehicle to drive and you want some performance as well. You can get all of that in one, especially with a vehicle like this. So there's some added practicalities that maybe not a lot of people think about. Other than this being a great daily driver, you have those additions as well. And just a good bit of space for this type of vehicle. I wish I could do some more performance driving with it today, but based on the GT, the Cayenne GT that I drove, I think this will handle very well. Now, it does weigh a good bit, so that does take away from some of the handling characteristics, but it's still something that you could take around some corners. The suspension will get a little bit tighter in Sport Plus, so that way, especially like a turn like this, I guess we can at least do this for today. You're not going to feel a lot of body roll. I'm not going that fast, of course, but it's definitely something that you could have some sporty driving fun with. And that is going to wrap it up for the Cayenne Turbo E-Hybrid Coupe. Once again, a huge shout out to 704 Exotics for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.